see yourself in 5 years' time?
A better job, our own house, travel.
You could do some of it now, you know, with the sort of money this wedding is costing. A decent deposit on a house or a trip overseas.
Just think about all the money we're spending on the wedding.
Sounds to me like a serious case of second thoughts.
No, don't be silly. We're just gonna be sure that it's the right thing to do with the money, that's all. $5,000.
I want the best for you, Kirsty.
It's gonna make it such a special day.
It's not for the wedding. It's an airfare. When you get back, if you're still just as keen on marrying that lovely young man of yours, I'll help to give you the best wedding ever.
What's his leg got to do with his respiratory disease?
Nothing has to do with his diabetes.
I didn't know he was diabetic.
Neither did he. So he hasn't been looking after himself.
You don't think that would make any difference, do you? He would have just guzzled more booze so he didn't have to think about it.
If you say so, Carl.
I say so. So, what's this about his leg?
He's got a large necrotic ulcer on his foot, which I suspect is due to severe arteriosclerosis. He's booked in for an angiogram this afternoon.
Uh-huh.
If the report supports my findings, there may be no other choice but amputation. I'm sorry.
Am I supposed to feel bad?
Sympathetic, maybe.
I wasn't the one that bought the alcohol, and I wasn't the one who forced him to drink it. This is strictly a case of self-inflicted injury, and I'm not taking responsibility.
Shouldn't be long.
Thank you, Kirsty.
Hello, Mother. What brings you to the House of Healing? Is it me?
No, dear. I'm taking Chris to luncheon at the Barclay Club. I hope that doesn't mean you're going to a terminal cell.
No, I've got better things to worry about today. They've admitted Carmen's father.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Nothing serious, I hope.
Right, could be. He's got a raft of complications and he's pretty depressed about it.
Oh. Would a visit from a strange woman help cheer him up?
Guaranteed. He can do with all the friendly faces he can get at the moment. Do you want to take a seat and wait for the blonde one?
Great piece of shock horror gossip. Wait for this. Nick and Waverley. A match made in heaven or what?
He can dream.
No, this is a seriously happening thing, according to Nick. Is Mum around?
No, she's swatting somewhere. Can you wait around for about 20 minutes?
No, I can't really. Get her to call me on the cell phone.
Okay.
Are you getting wedding nerves yet?
I'm getting nervous about all sorts of things. Mum's just given me $5,000 to go overseas.
Good one.
If I put the wedding off.
Hey? That's pretty heavy pressure.
Tell me about it.
What do you want to do?
I want to get married, and I want to go overseas. Mum says it could be my last chance for years.
Tricky.
So advise me.
Isn't that something you should be talking to Lionel about?
Yeah, but then I'm going to have to tell him about Mum's bribe.
Rach,
Hi, have you found anything more?
sorry it took so long, but I wanted to be absolutely sure before I said anything.
About what?
You know him as Kid? Rex is the father.
You're putting me on.
Straight up.
Well, this is fantastic. It makes sense of a lot of things. What else?
Look, I'm not sure this is the place. Do you want to go for a walk for a few minutes?
Back in 5, Nick.
A hot date.
Yeah, my mother.
Oh, I don't dress up for my mother.
Be thankful she probably doesn't meddle with your relationships either.
I don't give her the chance. So, you and Vic all right?
Oh, I hope so.
Still, steering clear of the bedroom?
Yeah.
I think this new purity suits you.
I was getting to think that myself until I found out there was more to it, or do I mean less?
You lost me.
According to my mother, Rebecca said that we were just good friends.
You expected her to say more to your mother?
She said the relationship was just casual.
Oh, well, I like to think I'm pretty honest, Chris, but the moment my mother starts interfering with my love life, I start lying. So just talk to Beck, sort it out, without your mother doing the translation.
Yeah, I did talk to her, and she sort of denied it, but I don't know, doubts.
Well, that's one thing for sure, doubt.
You're right, I'm being dumb.
Hey, it's Sean Fitzpatrick. Safe to come in?
Yeah, I'm not dressed for flying tackles.
Hey, just talk to her, all right?
Yeah. Stop nagging, you remind me of my mother.
So, Unc, you got me a choice job yet?
Michael, how are they coping without me?
Very well, thank you.
Well, you have to admit I was very good at running the place.
Just don't expect any references.
I hope you've got my severance pay.
No.
You said today.
I said I'd try. I don't have a spare 10 grand in my check account, and term deposits require notice.
When?
Tomorrow morning.
Good. And cash, I hope.
I don't feel comfortable carrying that amount of money around with me.
Too bad. What's a bit of discomfort compared to the alternative?
Emma.
Tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
I'll look forward to it. Hi, Emma speaking. If Rex wants to meet me, why doesn't he ring me himself? Okay, what does he want? Can't you ask him? All right, I'll be there.
You told me there was work, man.
There usually is, but there just aren't any openings.
You promised Mum.
Look, you can't expect just to walk in and get a job on your first day here.
So what do I do in the meantime? Just hang around like at home? So I don't even have any mates up here. This sucks, man.
Look, will you just be patient, all right? Something will turn up.
But I expect you could do with some cheering up with your father being so sick.
I'm perfectly cheerful, thanks, Marge.
Oh, he's recovering then. He's going to get better.
I don't know and I don't care.
That's a dreadful thing to say.
Marge, he's boozed and smoked his way through his entire life. He's worked really hard for this illness. I think we should be congratulating him.
I don't care what people have done. They don't deserve to suffer.
And some people don't deserve sympathy either.
It's a generous gesture.
A bribe, you mean?
Yes, that too.
You must really resent her for sticking her oar in like this.
Well, she's only doing what she thinks is best for you, Kirst. She loves you too.
So what do you think I should do? Give it back and tell her to go and play games by herself?
I can't tell you what to do, Princess. It's your life and I'm not controlling you. You have to do whatever you think is best for you.
Well, that's no help.
Whatever you decide, I'll support you.
Come and make a poor doctor happy.
Nick's being very difficult at the moment, and you're not helping.
I'm not.
No, you're interfering. There's a difference.
When did I interfere?
I asked you not to talk to Nick about his girlfriend. I wanted you to leave it up to me.
Well, it just seemed like a
No
good...
matter what it seemed like, it's put Nick offside.
Look, I'm sorry if it didn't work out too well. I just thought that there are some things that might sound better coming from a man.
You didn't think I might prefer Nick and Waverley where I can keep an eye on them?
Just as soon Minnie didn't keep an eye on them as well, that's all.
I know. But in effect, you went behind my back. Barry used to do that all the time.
Oh, I suppose I did. I'm sorry. But you were upset and I was just trying to fix things.
Johnny, I know you like to keep everyone happy, but that's not how I want to run my life. I prefer things out in the open, no matter how uncomfortable they are, okay?
I should never have barreled back into Carmen's life in the first place.
It was my idea, Vic.
But I knew how she felt about me. And I asked for it, believe me. How would you feel if your father threw you out?
Actually, he did several times.
Oh, Guy Warner, that is not true, and you know it. Though Lord knows you asked for it. Hello, I'm Margot Warner.
My mother.
Nice to meet you, Mrs. Warner. Fine boy you got there.
Oh, yes, he has his moments. A guy tells me you're an alcoholic. So am I. So I know that what you're going through at the moment isn't easy.
It's bloody torture. I'd kill for a drink.
Have you tried to give up before?
Hell yes, but only every morning.
See you later.
Made it through a whole week once or twice.
How recently?
Oh, that would be in the early 80s, to tell the truth. Oh, time flies when you're having fun.
So, how's he looking?
The angiogram didn't look good, but I'm going to try a fem-pop bypass graft, but I'm not overly confident of restoring circulation to that leg.
What, so I could really lose it?
Yeah, that's not all. The man's got so many things wrong with him, it's surprising he can walk around at all.
You can treat him, though.
To an extent, but he's going to need ongoing care when he leaves here.
Hey, has Kirsty talked to you yet?
About the overseas trip? Yeah.
And?
She's having a job making up her mind.
You think so?
I'm expecting her to put the wedding off.
That was a lousy thing for a mother to do.
But she knew, you see. Kirsty didn't really want to get married deep down.
What makes you say that?
Well, if she really wanted to get married, she wouldn't have thought twice about the trip. And if she really doesn't want to marry me, I'd sooner know now than later.
Hi, Stuart. I'll be back in the office in 7 minutes.
Oh, cool. Hey, congratulations. I hear it's the real love match.
Whose?
Yours, you and Nick. The Earth's moving.
No, it's not. He's just a friend.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, I'm glad for you, okay? He's a nice guy.
And that's all, honestly.
Well, are you sure? The way he's telling it, there's a bit more to it than that.
And Nick's just got it way out of proportion.
Then why is he moving in with you?
Nick's moving in with you? No way! I thought you had things straightened out with him. Well, I tried, but he wouldn't listen.
Then try harder, Waverley. Look, get things sorted out before someone gets hurt. Hi. Good lunch with your mother?
The things I do for charity. I hope God was watching.
Hey, I'd like to say sorry.
For?
Downplaying our relationship for your mother's benefit.
You realise she is now trying to marry me off to Canterbury heifers of excellent breeding stock?
I only said it because she got up my nose.
She takes lessons from my father.
Well, could I make it up to you over dinner?
Oh, I could be persuaded.
Where's Rex?
He's asked me to speak to you instead.
Yeah, well, the bad news is I don't speak to deputies.
Oh, you might be better to lower yourself on this occasion.
Oh?
You might find me easier to deal with than with Rex. He's not a very happy man.
And what's he so unhappy about?
He doesn't want you blackmailing the McKennas.
How did he find out?
That's not important. This is. He doesn't want you ending up in court over this. Things could lead back to him. It could get very messy.
Yeah, well, that's typical. I wouldn't have expected him to have anyone else's welfare at heart.
Maybe he also thinks blackmail's a bad idea.
Don't make me laugh. And tell Rex, it's every man for himself.
I wouldn't leave just yet if I were you, Emma. You haven't heard his offer.
It's more like it.
Rex is very grateful for the way you helped out with the fire.
Yeah, not that he ever bothered to thank me for it.
Come on. You know, Rex is a very busy man. What you did was just a detail.
Don't give me that busy man crap. You don't know a thing about it. Your boss's idea of child maintenance is a check whenever he feels like it. He needed me to let those guys in that night, and I sure as hell expect to be paid for it. So what exactly is he offering now he's decided to keep me quiet?
You've hit the nail right on the head, Emma. He wants to keep you quiet.
How much?
You remember Fatal MC? I mean, the original Fatal MC.
Get to the point.
He had a very nasty accident. You know, the funny thing is, the police all thought he was pushed, but he himself, he denied it. And there were plenty of witnesses around, but they all said they never saw a thing.
Are you threatening me?
Rex is worried. He's too busy to wind up being a solo dad. He reckons you should think seriously about leaving town.
Oh, hello, Carmen. I've just introduced myself to your father. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, why not? The rest of the world is rushing to meet him.
Oh, there is an odd charm about him.
Yeah, odd. It's a good word.
We discussed his alcoholism.
He admitted it.
Well, it's often easier with a fellow traveller. I'm an alcoholic. You probably knew that.
Yeah.
You must have had a fairly hellish childhood.
Well, I survived it.
Chris and Guy were very lucky. I didn't really hit the skids until after they'd left home.
I think Dad started skidding before I was born.
Yes, well, he's going through a very rough time now. It's not easy, Carmen. He needs your support.
You know, Margot, some ways I would really like to be able to feel something, but I can't. There's just nothing there. Sorry.
Got a rush. Last minute cramming for my accounting exam.
Oh, good luck.
There's a fax for you. Astral Travel Company. Is that some Zodiac carry-on?
No, it's just travel.
Isn't it fun planning for your honeymoon?
Actually, it's not my honeymoon. I'm just weighing things up, trying to figure out what I should do.
What about?
Getting married.
What do you mean?
I'm just wondering if I should put it off just for a wee while.
Postpone the wedding?
I'm thinking of it, yeah.
Pretty strange car you're into, bro.
What's the matter with it?
I don't know. Just weird.
It's totally Italian. I'm telling you, you won't find any better in any Italian restaurant in Auckland.
Yeah, I never had Italian.
Oh, come on, you've had spaghetti.
Out of a tin, eh?
You've had pizza. So give the country bumpkin act a rest.
Well, what's this then?
It's a tomato. What do you think?
Looks a bit off to me, eh? No offense.
It's sun-dried.
Oh, like Deck.
Yeah, like Deck. So what do you got planned for tomorrow?
Dunno, not as much to do in the big smoke as I thought.
I'll lend you my gym card.
Hey, choice.
But I tell you what, I think we better lay down some ground rules while you're staying here, all right?
Yeah?
Yeah. No drugs, no drinking, no toll calls, and no going out unless you ask me first.
What are you, some sort of off-duty cop or something?
You know the story, bro. You play by my rules.
May as well be inside.
Well, it's your choice. Hey, haven't got to the good part. I've got a good job for you.
No joke.
Things you can do around the flat to make yourself useful.
You gotta be kidding, man. What did your last slave die of?
Exhaustion.
You gonna pay me for all that?
Oh, yeah, no problem. And it should just about cover your board.
The cash box isn't in there. Neither is the checkbook. This really isn't your lucky night, is it, Emma? I was certain you'd turn up here before taking to the hills.
Who said I was going anywhere?
You have helped yourself to more than enough of my money.
Poor, paranoid Alex.
Oh, don't forget desperate, violent, out of control.
How could I? You should be locked up.
Me? I wasn't Rex O'Reilly's partner in arson and blackmail.
Prove it.
I can. Copy of your little chat with Sam this morning. How could you do that? Set fire to a building full of people.
I didn't.
Oh, technically, no. But you let in people you knew were going to burn the place down.
And we all know who locked the fire exit.
Well, I might have exercised bad judgment, but that hardly compares with your career in extortion. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't take this straight to the police.
Because you'll lose your license?
I don't care anymore.
Okay. I'll go. I'll leave town.
What a good idea.
How did you get away with it, never learning to cook?
By a combination of low cunning and the odd well-planned disaster. After the third time you serve up your flatmates something completely inedible, they tend to put you onto the housework instead.
Are you good at that?
No, I pay a cleaner.
You are useless.
I know. That's probably why I'm still on the shelf, as my mother likes to remind me.
Oh, not a single talent.
Not in that department.
Well, if you can cook up a brilliant curry like me, I guess you might be looking for other areas of talent.
Such as?
Well, I hear that you're quite good at this.
I thought we might get out to Topo for a few days now you're on to your last exam.
Count me out, I'm going flatting.
What?
Flatting, you know, places where people live when they leave home.
That's sudden, isn't it, Nick?
That's love.
You're going flatting with Waverley.
I'm 18 now and you can't stop me. I'm going to be with her and that's that.
Have you actually discussed it with her?
Well, she'll be stoked.
You sure?
What is this? I mean, you guys get your hormones in an uproar and then you live behind a do not disturb sign and I support you all the way. Where's the equality in this?
Oh, it's just like riding a bike, really.
Charming.
I was afraid I'd forgotten how.
Oh, I never suspected a thing.
Do you know what I'd like?
You're insatiable.
A desert island, good food, good wine, and a totally lazy week or two.
Well, my idea of lazy has to include windsurfing and scuba diving.
I had to fall for a crazy woman. Okay, but the only sports I'm interested in are horizontal.
Chris, take up windsurfing and that's how you'll spend most of the week.
We'll see about that.
So, how's New Zealand's hottest DJ?
Unemployed, at least in that line of work.
You got fired.
I can't go back there, Alan. Not now I know for sure Rich was behind that fire.
Have you told him this?
Nah, but I'm going to.
So you found some evidence? So, this opportunity to run your new club?
Straight out the window. But hey, I learned my lesson.
Tea?
Yeah, thanks. Now, for a while there, I was closing my eyes. I mean, it was such a cool job. I didn't want to face the truth about Rex, you know?
Yeah, I think I do. So what changed?
Partly I realised what a coward I was being. But also there's these better opportunities opening up.
Yeah, that's the facts from...
New York. Quincy Jones inquiring about my availability. I mean, Quincy Jones! I mean, even if I just run messages for Quincy, it'd be such a mega break, man. Luck like this, it's just too good to believe.
You shouldn't believe it, I mean.
Why shouldn't I?
Because it might not be the genuine thing.
Oh, Alan, look, it's from New York.
Yeah, well, you can program that into any fax, and any good computer will give you a letterhead like that.
What are you trying to tell me?
It's a joke, Sam. Not a very good one, I'm sorry. We sent it from Jenny's office.
Carmen, is there any wood in your dad's operation?
No. Blood collection's on today.
Oh, well, he must be out by now. I'll check the theatre if you like.
Look, do I have to put out a memo? I'm not interested, all right?
Hey, gorgeous. About that desert island.
Yeah.
I have managed to get next week off. If you can swing it too, travel agent, here we come.
Ooh, next week's kind of short notice for Ellen.
Appeal to her romantic side.
I'll have to.
No time like the present.
Carmen, I've got some bad news. Vic's operation wasn't very successful. We tried a vein graft, but...
Hey, is there some professional reason why you're briefing me on this now?
No, but...
Great. Well, then you can just leave it till handover.
You're his next of kin, so I thought I'd tell you anyway.
You're wasting your breath.
We were unable to restore circulation, and I'd say with the gangrene at this stage, amputation of at least part of his foot is inevitable.
Well, that should win sympathy votes.
He's your father, Carmen. He's not going to be around for much longer.
Oh, he's too selfish to die.
And the longer he lives, the more care he's going to need. Look, you're his daughter, and from what I hear, just about his only relative. If you're not going to take some responsibility for looking after him, who is?
Well, thank goodness for the welfare system. What's left of it.
Hi, come in.
Hi.
You just caught me before my accounting exam.
Good.
Come to wish me luck, Joyce.
Not exactly. I've come to talk about us.
Okay, don't have to leave for another 10 minutes anyway. But let me tell you my news first.
You've got news?
Of course. I can move in next week.
With me, you mean?
Absolutely. Mum's spitting tax, but if we ignore her, she'll get used to it.
No, she won't.
Yes, she will.
No, she won't. Because you're not moving in.
Eh?
Sorry, Nick, but you have to be cruel to be kind.
But why not? I mean, I believe in commitment, Waverley, don't you?
Yes, I do. Just not with you, that's all. No hard feelings.
But I don't understand. This is a very special relationship.
It's not a relationship.
But I love you.
Sorry, but I don't feel the same.
But you must. I mean, we've been making love. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
Well, not that way.
What are you trying to say?
It's Stuart I love, Nick. I only had sex with you for the practice.
Is it you or is it me? Lately I've been lost, it seems. I think a change is what I need. If I'm looking for a chance or a dream, Shortland Street. Taking time to hold my place. Yesterday's another race, just living for the times we've seen. When the writing on the wall says I'll be Shortland Street. If you want to find a way of searching for another world, it's hard to see.